Hi, ever wonder what it's like to work another profession or live in the underworld? Listen to unsuspecting riders give a 10 to 15 minute personal masterclass as I spontaneously interview them as they enter my taxi. I'm your host, Simon Rushton, and this is Taxi Chronicles. Morning. Yes, we're back with another pair of riders, lovely ladies, and they will introduce themselves shortly. It's a late night on Saturday night, and I don't know where they're going. We won't tell any lies and tell any secrets. So nice to have you here, ladies. Hold up, please. So introduce yourself.
I'm Bayan.
I'm Daria.
Okay, so let's say, what do you do, ladies, for a living?
Me, I'm a youth worker.
And I run two small businesses. One is events, balloons, decorations, and then the second one is personalised gifts, so like personalised mugs, vinyls, basically anything personalised.
Okay, so what we're going to do with this, we're going to do a bit of a mix-up. I'm going to ask you a question. First one answer, then the second one answer, okay?
Okay, cool.
Okay, so what motivated you to get into the industry you're in?
My bring up, I think. So the way I was brought up, so because I grew up in Hackney, I think
there wasn't a lot of people that cared about young people.
I think that's what it was as well. So I took an interest in youth work.
Okay.
Around my teenage years, as I was maturing up, just because of the upbringing I had was a bit tough, and I saw how
hard it can be.
With kids, youth workers, social workers, they're not necessarily, sometimes I feel like
for the children. More about like jobs worth.
Yeah, definitely.
Would you say that is it a case based on where the youth worker comes from?
Definitely. So if I feel like if they're having a hard time relating to the youth, it can be hard. They might baby them a bit more, or
be a bit more harsh on them.
Yeah, they would. Because I feel like, because I'm from Hackney and I work with the youth in Hackney, they know that I get them.
Yeah.
I was them.
But if it's a middle class person,
my manager is middle class.
So the way you say,
and I know that because they don't.
The amount this girl complains about her manager only due to not being able to relate to the staff and
I just feel
children.
Like it's hard if you can't relate to them. It's hard. It's not going to be an easy job.
Have you tried to explain to the manager that there's a miscommunication?
I had a one-to-one meeting this month.
And how did that go?
It didn't really go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. Yeah.
Okay. Well, put it this way: she will need you more than you will need her.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Soon she'll realise it.
Yeah, and that things. So, to the other lovely lady, so what motivates you and why did you start the businesses you started?
So, I got married when I was 21.
Okay.
So, and now I have 3 children.
Really?
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 24, I'm 25 in June. I know, yeah. So, obviously, I haven't been able to go back to work. Yeah, still married. Alhamdulillah, yeah. Still married. My oldest daughter is 2, my youngest is actually 3 months. So obviously I couldn't go back to work. I love work. I've never been out of work since I was about 13 years old.
That's how we met.
Yeah, that's how we met, by work. And so I needed something to make a little extra on top of what my husband makes, and also like just to keep me like motivated and not just be a mum. I don't want to be just a mum, you know?
I feel like once people have kids, they feel like life's over type of thing. And
and I didn't want to feel like that.
That's not,
And I wanted to give my girls, because I have all daughters, basically a role model at home. I want them to look at home for who they would want to be.
Children and do your thing as well.
Basically, yeah. And I don't want them to be like, looking up to celebrities and stuff to be like them. I want them to say, I want to be like my mum, hardworking, like doesn't just be a housewife. No offense to any housewives.
I respect that.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
And everybody picks their own choice.
Exactly.
Some people just want to focus on their kids because the husband's got a lot of money. And is okay with that, and other people say regardless of the money. Yeah,
exactly. I want to be my own person.
Yeah,
and also take some stress off my husband. Like if we're both making money, then why not? We can only win.
But
and have my own money as well.
And in your case, your money doesn't affect your time with your children.
Exactly.
So that's
I work from home.
Most important.
I have like a few days a week or a few days in a month sometimes, obviously due to COVID, where I'm out, like today, out doing a job. But then with the personalized gifts business, I can work with them around me. I don't need to give them to anyone else to do my work.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you've got it all planned out.
I live by plans. I'm such a planned person. And my husband's the complete opposite. He's like, go with the flow. I'm like, I can't. I got a 5-year plan.
Okay, well that's good because strengths are weaknesses, isn't it?
Yeah.
You complement each other.
Exactly. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely.
So, what has been the biggest challenge for you in the youth business?
Me, I think dealing with challenging behaviour, because I don't think there is a right way to deal with that. So I think
you're learning as you go along.
Yeah, you learn as you go along. With every kid it's different as well, so there wouldn't be an approach to one child where it would work on the other. Every child's different. So I feel like dealing with their behavioural problems sometimes.
Yeah.
So how have you dealt with things in the past?
You just need to learn. So I wouldn't take on more kids than I could deal with. So right now I do one-to-one mentoring with one kid. So it's just about learning the kid, what triggers them, you just need to learn that kid, to learn what works, what techniques work with that kid.
Now, do you find that many children feel that the world owes them something?
That's a very good question, because me growing up as a teenager, I used to tend to feel like that.
Yeah, you don't deserve
times,
this. Why do I deserve this? You want more, like...
Why am I fine? You don't have this? Or, like, why do I live like this? And how come they live like that?
And that's why it creates that attitude of where it seems like they hate the world. They think the world's against them. So it's not necessarily... They just need the right type of attention and the right type of help.
Yeah,
to get them out of that.
I didn't have you when I was in school. Literally, there was no one that understood. I don't know how to explain. Like, as a teenager, there's not.
They'll see them as being spoiled, but it's not necessarily that. You just need to take the time to understand them.
Is it time to understand, or time for those children to understand how the world works? Not
necessarily, because you can't, especially if they were brought up in a tough upbringing, you can't blame that on them, because that's not their choice.
Yeah.
That's the environment they were brought up in. They didn't have a say in that. So I feel like...
You're not blaming them.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is how the world works.
Yeah.
Because it's like you teach them in school everybody's a winner.
Yeah.
But then when you go to a job interview, only one person's going to be a winner.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. I feel like a lot of kids have to grow up much sooner than they need to.
Yeah.
So they miss out on actually being a child and actually being a teenager. They think they have to be this grown person and all this stuff. Because that's what I used to think, that I was some big woman. I was only 15 years old. I really wasn't. Like, when I look back at it now. But I didn't have anyone to guide me and say to me, well, when you're out in the real world, this is what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. Like you said, in school, they leave you in this bubble to make you think that,
it's true.
It's true. You're in this little bubble, like school
where they
life,
make you believe if you've without your GCSEs, you're nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
I think that's me. Oh my God, my school drilled that into my head. Well, really.
So would it be fair to say that maybe the education process needs to be slightly changed?
100%. 100%. There's too much pressure on kids to be A-star students, whereas when you're out in the real world, like me, I dropped out of uni, but now I own 2 businesses and I'm doing all right. I'm doing quite well.
Okay. Have you heard about Google? Google now, that when they employ people, they don't care about if you've got a degree or not. It's more if you can do the job.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Many companies are following suit. So, which will be interesting, because now people can be home tutored or learn from other people on YouTube, the industry, and then go for a job in Google and say, this is what I know.
And they can do like quick courses now.
It cuts the unis out, so you don't have to get in debt.
That's the main thing. Exactly, yeah.
So it costs you 27 grand.
That you're going to be in debt basically forever, unless you get like an amazing paying job.
Thanks.
So, what motivates you in your business?
Me?
Yes.
I love what I do, to be fair. I love being creative, and I love, like...
She's got a creative eye. Very creative eye.
Basically. Thanks.
How long have you two known each other?
2015, 2014?
Yeah, we met in 2015.
So 5 years.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because you're in sync. Not just the fact that you laugh together and look at each other, is that you actually finish each other's sentences.
Because I know, because she knows where I'm trying to go with things if I get stuck. I know when she...
Yeah, I feel like that's
but it's good. It says some solid thing
So
about
we work well.
Yeah.
So question would be is, what have you learned that you wish you knew when you started about your industries?
Well, I wish that I planned things financially better instead of buying so much at first and trying to like get rid of it and learning a bit more before I actually started, if that makes sense.
Supply and demand.
Yeah, literally. Because now I understand, like I when I have orders, I don't bulk buy because I don't have that many customers just yet. So I buy accordingly, if that makes sense. So I always have stock, but just not as much, because if it doesn't sell, then I'm the only one who uses that.
You have more than one supplier.
Pardon?
You have more than one supplier.
Oh, definitely, yeah. That's the main thing.
So yeah, it can work.
Yeah, because I tried to be loyal to one supplier, but it doesn't work. Cause
Loyalty's not. You're not in the drug game or something. You don't have to worry about it. No,
yeah, definitely. No one's gonna come kill me.
You don't have to worry about that. It's what works, because they can have problems at times. The business doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a mentor?
I don't. I have me.
You need a mentor. That's where you go wrong.
Do you think?
Yeah, I guarantee you. So I've had my own businesses.
Okay.
And where I've made mistakes, if I had a mentor, I wouldn't. And one of the things I made was what you did, what you just spoke about.
Okay.
So I'd try and get yourself a mentor if you can.
Do you know what the issue is?
Clubhouse.
No.
You got iPhones. Most of you guys have got iPhones.
Yeah.
So you did an invite to get...
Yeah, you can get an invite. So if you get an invite,
Yeah.
you'll be able to hear people who are talking, like basically they give free mentorship.
No,
They're just
yeah.
talking about whatever subjects and the future of businesses, etc.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Everyone on Instagram is about themselves, and if they want to teach you, you have to pay these crazy like prices to learn what they learn.
But there's enough. Forget Instagram.
Yeah.
YouTube. People teach you free on YouTube.
Yeah, that's mostly my source, but you can't like speak to these YouTubers and be like.
You can. You can go in the comments and ask them a question.
If they reply.
Yeah, but they will in time. You
true.
compliment them, don't you?
Mm.
It's just like when your husband wants to marry you, he says no, or when he wanted to, he's wooing you, dating you. He tells you everything you want to hear.
Pretty much,
says,
yeah.
Would you mind lying down for a moment? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all part of the process.
That's so funny.
No, but it's true.
Yeah,
So
it is,
you say it the same way you speak to people on the what do you call it? So over to you.
Me?
Yes, you. What have you learnt in this business that you wish you knew?
At the beginning,
Yes.
about myself, if we're speaking on a personal level, I'd say what type of learner I am. So I found out that there are actually I think 4 to 6 different types of learners, and they've all got names. So there's active learners, and they've got all words for it.
Yeah.
I can't remember the one.
I know.
So I'm a person that...
Yeah, that's it.
There's a couple more.
Do you say phonetic?
Yeah, kinetic or something.
Kinetic learner.
Yeah, there's
Practical. They're more good with their hands.
There's active learners. Yeah, so where I was going wrong is I was sticking to paper and pen at the beginning of everything. And I was like, why can't I remember nothing? Why am I not learning nothing? Like, I'm an active learner. I can't sit down and learn. I have to be doing it. And
in the moment.
I think that would have saved me so much time. That would have saved me so much time.
okay.
Yeah, I think
Probably would have been further.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I'd say on a personal level that.
What impact do you ladies want to have on the world?
What impact?
I was ready for these questions.
Yeah. Damn.
You've got to throw it out there and make it a bit serious.
Yeah, well, my plan B is I want to be a primary school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Only because it's primary school where it starts for children. So if a teacher can teach correctly from the primary school years, then that child will take that on for life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of teachers and stuff, they're just in it for the job. They don't realize what It's like the youth work.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree with what she said.
Yeah,
definitely.
because obviously that's always my plan. Because
it's a nice paycheck. It's
a career, and obviously for my children, I can be their teacher in school. But I want to make the difference I want to make in the world is children, because they are the future. Come on, some Michael Jackson stuff.
Okay. And is that the same for you?
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that, because I think just from my personal experience dealing with social workers growing up and all of that stuff, I'd just say I didn't have the best experience with them, and they didn't really care as much as you'd like them to, and they are really more in it just for the job.
Especially for like me, obviously I was raised, I'm Muslim, I'm Moroccan, so obviously my parents were very strict, so there was a lot of things that I couldn't speak to my mum about. But then I also didn't have any, like, a teacher or anyone that I could go and speak to about it. And then the one time I did, it backfired. Like, she didn't even keep it private.
And that's what
she was not confidential at all. Yeah.
And I've dealt with that as well. I've had the same experience as a teenager. When they break that it's just, you don't trust it. It's just here, sorry.
Okay, let me just pull over a minute. Where can people find you for your business?
Instagram. So my Instagram is, so the party and events and balloons one is Soirees by Bay.
Do you want to spell it?
Yeah, so SOIR_BYBAY.
Yep.
And then my personalised gift business is Bay's Vinyls, so BAYSVINYLS.
Okay.
I want to give my personal Instagram. Dellsx, DELLSX.
And my personal Instagram is BAY_LB3.
Okay, well, thanks a lot for that. And much appreciated.
Thank you so much.
We hope you liked that interview. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to get the latest daily episode. Ever considered investing in the continent with the fastest growing economy and population on Earth? The same continent that holds 30% of the world's known natural resources? Then listen to our sister podcast, Africa Investor Stories, where you will hear real investors with real stories from around the world share their experience of investing in Africa. We post Monday and Thursday at 10 a.m.